Explore the profound question: can machines think like humans? Dive into the philosophy of consciousness today. What if your consciousness, everything that makes you you, could be uploaded to a machine? Would you still be the same person? Would you feel the same? Or would something crucial be lost? Today, we dive into the deepest philosophical question of our time. What is consciousness, and can it ever truly be replicated? Welcome to the dialectical space where we explore the big philosophical questions shaping the world. Today, we're diving into the mind-boggling mysteries of consciousness. You've probably asked yourself, what is consciousness? Is it just brain chemistry, or is there something more to it? Can a machine ever be truly conscious, or is there something uniquely human about our inner experiences? Exploring the hard problem of consciousness. To get started, let's tackle one of the toughest questions in philosophy: the hard problem of consciousness. This term was coined by Australian philosopher David Chalmers in 1994. It's the question that goes beyond how the brain works, beyond the mechanics of thought, and asks, why does it feel like something to be you? Why do we have subjective experiences at all? Why does seeing the color red or hearing a beautiful piece of music feel the way it does? While we can explain how the brain processes stimuli, the experience itself, the qualia, as philosophers call it, is still a mystery. The hard problem asks, why do we feel it at all? And why can't we seem to replicate this feeling in machines? Now there are a few schools of thought that try to answer this question. One of them is called functionalism. This is the idea that consciousness is just a result of complex processes in the brain. According to this view, consciousness isn't anything more than the brain processing information. If we could replicate those processes in a machine, maybe through advanced AI, it could be conscious too. Daniel Dennett, a prominent American philosopher and cognitive scientist, supports this view. He argues that consciousness is simply the result of physical processes. If a machine could replicate the brain's functions, it could, theoretically, be conscious. But is this enough to make a machine truly conscious, or is it simply behaving like it is? Then there's another take from the German philosopher Thomas Metzinger. He believes consciousness is an illusion. That's right, our self doesn't actually exist. Instead, it's a mental construct created by the brain to make sense of our sensory experiences. In his view, we are not really aware of ourselves in a direct way. The consciousness we experience is more like a simulation, a kind of mental shortcut. Metzinger's view complicates things even further. If we don't have a self, then what does it even mean for something to be conscious? Is our entire experience just an elaborate trick our brain plays on us? Now let's go to the interesting Chalmers take of the zombie problem. Chalmers, on the other hand, presents the zombie problem. Imagine a person who looks and acts exactly like you, who talks, moves, and behaves just like a human. But this person is not conscious. They're a zombie in the philosophical sense. They don't feel anything at all. So, how do we know if anyone, even ourselves, is conscious? Can we ever be sure that someone else's consciousness is like our own, or are they just sophisticated zombies? Now, after this exploration of different schools on the nature of consciousness, let's get back to the question of machines. Could a machine ever be truly conscious? Could it ever feel what you feel? AI is advancing rapidly, and we're seeing machines that can learn, think, and even simulate emotions. But just because a machine can perform like a human, does that mean it feels like one? Take the Turing test, for example. This is a test where a machine is evaluated on whether it can imitate human behavior to the point where a person can't tell it's not human. But passing the Turing test doesn't mean a machine has consciousness. It could just be really good at mimicking human actions. And now is the time for the million-dollar question, which is, can we ever understand consciousness? And more importantly, can we replicate it? Some argue that even if we understand all the brain's functions, we might never understand the experience itself. The feeling of being conscious of being you might be something beyond our grasp. We have many similar questions. Could we ever upload our consciousness into a machine? Could we ever be truly immortal in that way? Or is there something fundamentally human about the mind, something that can't be replicated, no matter how sophisticated our machines become? And then there's the issue of personal identity. If we could upload our minds into machines, would we still be ourselves? Would you still be you, with all your memories, your thoughts, and your experiences? Or would the machine be a copy, a new entity altogether? And if that copy feels the same, experiences the same, is it still you? So, where does this leave us? Are we just biological machines driven by chemical reactions? Or is there something more to our experience of the world? A hidden essence we can't yet grasp? Consciousness is still one of the most profound mysteries we face, and the debate rages on in the world of philosophy and science. But one thing's for sure, this is a question we'll keep grappling with for a long time to come. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the philosophy of consciousness, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. What do you think? Can machines ever be truly conscious? Let me know your thoughts. And as always, stay curious, because in the dialectical space, the questions are just as important as the answers. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation.